Okay, so finally the UFC announced Alex Pereira against Magomed Ankalaev. Make no mistake, the UFC, if there was any other path to go down by, they would have went it, but now they put themselves into a corner, and Magomed Ankalaev finally getting his title shot against Alex Pereira. Actually, this is a very exciting fight because I think UFC finally flipping the coin. And if Magomed Ankalaev puts all of us to sleep at UFC 313, it's not going to be looking good for the UFC. And yeah, the UFC had to gamble. They couldn't do anything else. John Jones and Tom Aspinall are tied up for the heavyweight belt. And there is no one else. No one else. They already tried to avoid Magomed Ankalaev by putting in Halil Roundtree, number 8 ranked at light heavyweight. There's no one else in the middleweight division that could go up and fight Alex Pereira. So no super fights on the horizon, no other contenders. And it's not looking good, not looking good for the UFC. They try to postpone this fight as long as possible. Make no mistake, Dana White is now completely scared of the outcome for this fight. And of course, if Magomed Ankalaev wins, then probably there's going to be a rematch. So that's another fight to put on a UFC event. So not so disastrous if Ankalaev wins, but potentially is going to put all of us to sleep. And yes, Magomed Ankalaev, a little bit boring. This guy can put in a performance that puts all of us to sleep. And it's not good. You know, he tucks us all in bed and while watching him fight. So in terms of predicting this fight, I always give my initial thoughts and then I have to rewatch the fights to make accurate predictions. But initially, I think Alex Pereira has this in the bag, to be honest. He's so big, he's big, he hits hard, and it's his fight to lose, to be honest. Alex Pereira has everything to put Magomed Ankalaev out. But in terms of other contenders, no one is serious enough. So Magomed Ankalaev, I think the biggest threat to Alex Pereira currently, and this is why the UFC had to make this fight. No other options. If there was any glimmer of hope and any sense to any matchup, they would have made it. So now, yes, the UFC finally announced it, and it's going to be a good fight, I think, because Alex Pereira is always entertaining. He always presses forward, so it's going to be good. But Magomed Ankalaev, he needs a very good game plan, and he needs to be 100%. So I'm gonna have to watch the fights. I have to watch the Jan Blachowicz and the Ankalaev fight, and yeah. Uh, the correction here is actually the correlation is Jan Blachowicz into this equation because both of them fought Jan Blachowicz, and not so easy fight for both of them. And yeah, I'm gonna rewatch these two fights and maybe make some more detailed analysis. But in terms of announcing this fight finally, and yeah,